real quick explain. All right. To anyone watching us live or watching us back, we are starting a new campaign. For now, it's just me and Bison because we're waiting for everyone else to be ready to join in. But we were too excited to wait, so we're playing D&D by ourselves.
Yeah, Bird's probably not going to join this session. It's probably just going to be like a startup for me and you.
Yeah. And I am not playing as Lupin anymore. I do plan on using her another time, but I found a character that I really like and I want to use her instead. She is a Kenku bard. And fight me, she's awesome and she's beautiful and she's awesome. Oh yeah, I forgot what the sound of dice sounds like.
That's sad.
Yeah, I haven't opened my dice set in like a month.
Prepare yourself for one of the greatest games.
I'm gonna quit D&D for like a year.
Don't do that.
Yeah, don't plan on it.
Good.
Well, man, I gotta put away my popcorn. Because my mom brought home a bag of popcorn.
Oh, yeah. You want me to, there's an entire page filled with notes on the old campaign.
Oh.
I'm just going to flip past everything and I'm just going to start new. Fresh paper that has not even been touched by mortal hands.
Dun dun.
Dun 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 dun.
I gotta put
I'm a muffin.
too.
Muffin time. Who wants a muffin?
I didn't put away my watercolor stuff last night, and now I'm on stream, and I'm gonna burp.
Is it dry?
Yeah.
Watercolor.
Along with all the rest of my acrylic paint on my paint cups.
Acrylic? What does acrylic mean?
It's basically just a really smooth, like easy to put on paint, but it's really expensive.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I have like an entire box of acrylic paint. They're like $1 per like small tube. They get expensive when you buy like the big jugs. Like I got a 16 ounce for $8. Anyways, D&D. We're doing that.
Yeah, hold on. I just gotta look at some stuff real quick, and then we can begin. Because I'm a moron and I can't get my shit together.
Oh yeah, are we doing the 24-hour thing with Palm?
Honestly, whatever you can remember hearing, you can say. But literally, you can only speak in that in-game.
Okay.
So if you forget what's like, if you in real life forget what someone has said to you, then you cannot say it because you forgot it.
Yeah, I can't like watch the video back and that's
yeah. But you even plan on watching the videos back? Because
I like don't unless like I'm grabbing like the description stuff. Because usually I put stuff in the description.
Honestly, it's difficult to play that kind of character. You just speak however the hell you want. As long as you've heard it before.
Yeah. I'm really excited to try playing a Kenku, especially in a solo game. That's going to be hilarious.
It is going to be hilarious.
It's just, I'm going to go up to like a shopkeeper and be like,
don't worry, I'm not going to throw you in head first. I'm going to give you a little handicap.
By the way, do I have a journal? Is it like official I have a journal?
Yes, you can make an actual journal if you'd like.
Yeah, I'm going to make like an actual journal, and it'll be really fun.
Wonderful. This is going to be great.
1 sec, I got to grab the journal. And close my door. I'm going to use a journal I was going to use for notes in our last campaign.
Yay!
Bye-bye. It's like 5 pages I'm ripping out.
Oh God.
Because, like, I wrote down, like, town names on each separate page so I could have plenty of room for notes.
Oh, my legs.
But now my little spell book thing is going to actually have a use. All right, so I'm ready to start whenever you are.
Is it live yet?
Yeah, it's been live.
Oh yeah, it's been live. You just did a recap. You didn't talk to yourself the whole time.
One more thing. Before we actually start, I just remembered. For each D&D, I wrote for the title of the campaign, for the title, I wrote D&D -ep period 1 dash, and then for now it has a little parentheses that says unnamed as of now, and then I'm going to name the episode after we finish, so I can name it after something that happened in the episode.
That's perfect.
So I'll go back after it's uploaded.
I'm an idiot and I don't have names.
Random
names. I need
random name generator. Or just pick.
That's what I'm doing, but it's not working.
I named my character Palm, so go ahead and do whatever you want.
It keeps giving me fucking World of Warcraft names. Like, it's like names to name your pet in World of Warcraft. Please. Stop.
Use the player's handbook then.
It hurts.
Player's handbook has like name ideas for multiple different races.
All right, I'm gonna go to the bathroom and I'm gonna think of names.
Okay, bye.
I will be back in like 20 seconds because the bathroom's like 10 feet away.
Mine's 5. I don't know why I bragged about that. But yeah, guys. Basically what happened was in the last campaign, everyone just started getting tired of everyone else's crap in that campaign. At least that's my perspective on it. Also, Bulba will no longer be playing with us. We're going to try to get Trent to continue to play with us, but it does not seem like he's up for it with like the arguing and stuff like that. Bird is probably most likely, and if I can get Daniel to actually like do stuff with the campaign, then we should be able to keep him in as well. Like, if he actually plays. But for now, it's just me. Hi. I need to make a picture that says my profile picture, and it needs to be my beautiful northern mockingbird. I just took the size of a Kenku and then just
FBI, open up!
Mockingbird skin on her.
All right. We are ready. Wait, no, my pencil. Come back.
I recapped everybody on like.
I heard you.
The last campaign.
I heard you. It was amazing. Anyway.
I'm great at things. Yeah, I swear.
Totally. Except using wild magic.
By the way, one last thing. This is gonna be great because I have a terrible memory.
Yeah.
I forget things that happened 2 seconds ago, so.
All right. You ready?
Yes.
All right. So, the last thing you remember is you were fighting a dragon. You had found a group of lonely, low-level, weak adventurers who wanted to be stronger and wanted to have some kind of great achievement under their belt. They wanted to really prove to all the other adventurers that they were strong too and that they could handle big fights. All of them ended up dying.
That sounds like my backstory.
They are. This is your backstory, so listen.
I am.
They all died, and the last thing you can remember is a fire dragon breathing down on you, and you getting completely surrounded by flames, and now you wake up here.
Hacking.
You wake up and you're sitting in a chair. It's just a normal wooden chair like you'd find at a tavern. You're just sitting on like almost a stool. And it's completely dark. It's almost like there's a spotlight shining down upon you and another chair, which has another Kenku in it. And this Kenku, he's only about like 20 to 30 feet away from you.
That's still pretty far.
Yeah, it's not that far.
Far enough.
Yeah. You can't see any walls of this room. It's just like an empty void with no walls, and it's just a spotlight shining down on you and this other Kenku.
I have a real quick question.
What?
I know like a few words from the fight.
All you can make is help. That's all you can. That's the only noises you know at the moment.
I forgot to record some extra sounds, so.
Oh yeah, you can use any recorded sounds you have pre-recorded. So,
right.
You realize that, yes, you died. Oh my god, you have it?
No,
have the
sadly. I wish.
Ah, damn you. All right.
It also might get copyright strikes, so.
Oh, you're right.
It's Nintendo.
You're right. Nintendo's hard asses about that. Anyway, so I can't make the noise because my throat's messed up, but if you can try, you can do it if you want. But Yoshi Island theme song. Just look it up, people. So the Kenku kind of, he's had it like a big cloak on. You can see his beak through the cloak though, and he's got the hood up, and he's kind of looking down. It's almost like a throne. He's got his arms. I don't know if Kenku have like feathery hands. Or,
no, it's just like it's kind of like copy paste their legs onto their arms.
So they kind of have like, Momo?
Yeah.
So it just kind of looks like that, except like chicken hands.
That thing's actually kind of cute.
So it's kind of like scaly fingers, kind of like a hand, but it's like scaly and bird-like, and it has like kind of like almost claws, and it looks like that. I think I'm getting an image of what it looks like.
Yeah, if you just look up Kenku, they look awesome.
Oh well. So he kind of raises his head slightly, and you hear a voice echo in your head. So, you're dead.
Can I respond back in my head?
Yes.
And then one other question before I actually say anything. Am I bound? Like, am I tied to the chair?
No, you're not bound. You're just sitting in the chair.
I'm just gonna, like, look down at my hands and just, like, shrug.
He kind of looks at you and says, well, you have two options. You can either ascend to heaven, or you can be reincarnated.
My head's gonna snap back up at the reincarnated.
I just can't get the Yoshi Island theme song out of my head.
It's just as she snaps her head back.
Yeah, honestly. So you kind of look up at him, and he says, you can be reincarnated into another world. Your mission will be to defeat the Demon King who rules over the lands. You may choose one treasure to bring with you.
I'm gonna be all right in my head.
Hold on. Let me rephrase that. He says you may choose one treasure or power to bring with you. Just name your reward, and it shall be given.
Why give me a reward for death? For failing my party.
He looks at you kind of irritated. He's like, it's not a reward. It's a sacred treasure, an ability, a weapon that you will use in your quest to kill the Demon King.
I'm gonna think about it for a moment. Like, Palm's gonna like pause and just like look at her hands for a moment again.
You just hear like cricket noises. Like she mimics a cricket noise in her head. Just fuck.
So he hears it too, just like, what? And then I'm gonna look back up and like try to like catch his gaze if like he even has eyes that I can see.
He has eyes. They're kind of
Alright.
like I wouldn't say shimmering, but they're kind of like almost glossy underneath his hood. They're kind of like reflecting the light like a normal eye would.
Okay. I'm gonna like stare at him and be like, what are my options?
And he reaches. Why are you doing that? Why is that funny to you? You just spoke. Why is that funny?
Because it's a higher pitched voice than what you're used to me saying.
Yeah. So he reaches into a holster on his side and he pulls out a gun.
Ah.
And he says, this is a god-slaying weapon made by the archangels of heaven. Not even the angels can use it more than once. And he says that it's the most powerful treasure there is. Jesus, chill. You're just fucking squawking.
Just
give it to me.
Would it be downgraded if I were to take it?
He says, no. He just kind of like twirls it.
I'm just like blink at it. What are my options for power wise?
And he says, he just kind of looks at you and like blinks rapidly. He's like, I don't know. Just pick one. Fuck. He's like, and then you can just like hear a whole bunch of options go to shit. It's like telekinesis, flight, He's like, oh shit, I'm still talking. And then you just hear it go like silent, and then he's just like sitting there like rubbing his temple.
Oh.
He's just sitting there like kind of like just rubbing with both his hands to his temples, just rubbing them, like looks visually disturbed, visible confusion.
Why can I see this so vividly?
And then he just like slowly puts his head back up, and like you hear the contact reestablish. He says, I don't know, just if you want an ability, just pick one.
One sec, I gotta check something. In a book. Because books
In a book. A book.
It's called Dragonborn.
Oh, great. Apparently, I heard a rumor that guns were going to be added to D&D.
Possibly.
But of like muskets and flintlocks, not like fucking AK-47s and shit. So this gun that he held up, it's kind of a revolver, but at the barrel is almost like a dragon's mouth. I can send you a picture of it.
Go ahead. Did you make this in real life? Probably not.
No, I didn't make it in real life. It's based off of a gun from a video game.
Yeah, depending on how cool it looks, I'm gonna pick something or I'm gonna pick something else. I'm basing this on how cool it looks because Palm kind of like possibly pockets gold on accident.
You wait, you what? Did
the,
you on accident?
the rogue bard.
What are you going to do?
I kind of want to.
So confused.
Did you send the picture or?
Oh, there was a better picture. Oh, there's multiple art styles for this gun, and I don't know which one to go for. There's a kind of a musket steampunk looking one, and there's a fucking cool one.
I like the steam.
Fuck.
Give me steampunk.
Okay, steampunk it is.
Woo!
There's a cybernetic one too.
I like old, cool looking, rusting crap.
Rusting crap. Way better. This one's got color.
Give me color.
There we go. I've got a couple images. All right, so what were you talking about? What were you saying you were going to pick?
I was going to pick either the gun or something else I immediately had in mind. Hello?
Yeah, I sent you the gun. Also, what were you talking about? Stuff in mind?
You'll have to see. Oh, that looks so cool.
Uh-huh. It is cool.
I need to roll a dice to see how smart.
See how smart I am. Can I resist the temptation to take this gun?
What is my intelligence? Okay, my intelligence is that number.
My intelligence is not good enough. I'm taking the gun.
It's not good enough. Okay, I will pick the thing.
I think I have enough dice to roll for the. Come on, man.
So Palm's gonna look at the gun for a moment, just like blink very slowly, and then look to him.
Hello? Is it me you're looking for?
No! I'm just gonna like blink at him for a moment.
Just looking. Yeah.
Alright.
Alright. So what was the other thing, Adam?
I gotta, because now I thought of another idea. Okay, yeah, I'm going with the other idea. Okay. The gun is all sweet and fancy and all, but I wish to be able to cast. How to put this? I wish to be able to cast 2 spells at once.
He says, "Your wish shall be granted." And he kind of like points. He points the gun at you.
What?
He points the gun at you, and you see a glow from the barrel start to charge up.
I'm sorry. Did I do something wrong?
He kind of grins, and then he points it in the air and he fires it, and a portal opens up. And a kind of a funnel of light kind of comes down on you. It like, and it kind of spins in a circle, and you just kind of feel the air spin in a circle around you, and it kind of sucks you up.
So I'm in a tornado.
So if you're kind of in like a tractor beam, more like. It's not the wind that's picking you up. It's kind of a divine force that's picking you up, and it's kind of affecting the wind as well.
Interesting.
And he kind of looks at you for a second, and he says, "Oh well, through the mind," he says, "You've made an interesting choice. I'd like to see this myself." So as you continue to get sucked up, and your vision just kind of goes white. And then you blink, and as you open your eyes, you're in a town. Kind of spawned in the street.
Am I like dizzy or something like that?
I mean, I guess roll Constitution if you'd like to check.
Yeah, I want to make sure like I'm not like dizzy or gonna fall over or something as soon as I try and take a.
Might as well roll Constitution. I mean, I wasn't gonna have you roll it, but if you want to roll,
That is an 18 plus 3, so 21.
yeah, you're fine. It was gonna be a 12 to pass anyway. Like it's minor dizziness. So
Alright.
you're just standing in the street, and you see a wagon come by, and you see a whole. It's like a bustling city. It's got stone, like you know how they got the individual big stones stuck in the ground for rocks as a road for a road, like a brick road or a stone road. That's what they've got for the roads. And you see like the center of town, like a big bell tower, and around you are just kind of nice looking brick buildings.
All right. I'm going to try and find like a shop or something to like orientate myself.
So you look around and you're like, huh, I don't know English. You just look at a sign, you're just staring at it for 10 minutes. Huh, I can't read. Oh my god.
Wait, is it in common or?
Oh no, everything's in common.
Okay, I wanted to make sure like you were actually like
joking. No,
joking.
but that'd be fucking hilarious. Just like a random Kenku comes along. Huh, I can't read. And that's the only voice he knows. Just, huh, I can't read.
Just dies on the spot.
It just drops dead. But it's kind of nice, and you hear the sound of rushing water.
I'm going to go towards the water.
So as you begin to walk kind of away from the center of town, you see a kind of like a little tiny cross bridge and a tiny little stream that comes through the town. It's almost like I would say about a 20 to 30 foot wide little stream, shallow enough that little kids are playing in it. And it just kind of runs under this tiny little bridge. Tiny little bridge. Very nice. You see an old man fishing too.
I'm going to go up to the old man and tap him on the shoulder.
You tap him on the shoulder, and he turns around. It's a human. And he turns around and kind of looks at you. He's almost startled by you. I don't think he's ever seen a Kenku before. He turns around and he looks at you. He's like, "Oh, well, hello there."
I'm gonna like, hello.
He just kind of looks confused, like, do you need something?
Need something.
And he looks even more confused. He's like, "Oh, what do you need?"
I'm just gonna like point to like my throat and be like, and then point to my mouth and be like, and just like open my mouth and close and be like, I can't talk without you talking.
You're like, just try and sign that you're like mute.
Yeah.
Roll performance.
Okay. Hey, I'm proficient in that.
Hey, that's pretty good. You're a bard.
That's an 18.
Hey, that's pretty good. He's like, "Oh, I'm sorry. I've never seen one of your kind before. I've only read about you in books, and I never thought those rumors would be true."
Rumors?
And he says, "Oh, that you can only you don't know how to speak, and that you can only copy noises that you hear."
Copy.
And he kind of face palms his forehead. He's like, "Oh, I'm so sorry. Here, I'll take you to the library."
Just nod and just like follow him. And you're like, okay, that was the worst interaction
Library.
of my entire life.
So he starts walking, and you follow him across the bridge, and you see it's kind of a small building. It's almost a decrepit building. Like one of the windows on the top floor is busted and just boarded up. It's not even like repaired. And he opens the door to the library, and you see a young elven woman kind of like dusting some of the books off, and she turns around and says, she welcomes the old man because he's a regular there, and she says, "You've brought a friend."
Friend.
And she kind of looks confused, and she's like, "Oh, hello. Nice to meet you."
Meet.
Okay.
Trying my best.
And she says, "Oh, just hold on 1 second." And she kind of like sprints to the back, tripping over a table and knocking over some books. And then she like gets up and she's like, "Oh, crap." And then she just like fumbles with the papers for a minute, and then she finds a small little book, and she opens it, and then she hands it to you, and then she kind of grabs like a feather, a writing feather, and then she immediately, after she finds it on the floor, and the ink is on the floor too, and she's like, and she sets the ink vial back up. She grabs the pen that's soaked in ink. She walks back over to you, and she grabs one of your hands. She pricks your finger with it.
Ah. That's one of the things I remember.
And then she's like, she apologized. She says, "Sorry, this only hurt for a bit." And she grabs your finger and she kind of squeezes the blood onto the book. And as your drop of blood lands on the book, it kind of lands on some of this. Like the book has like a leather cover to it, and as your blood lands in it, it kind of fills the symbol that's on it, and your blood just kind of spreads across the book, and then it glows red, and then your blood is gone, and the book is now clean again. And she says, "Open the book."
All right, I'll open it.
And as you think of words, they start to write themselves in the book. And it takes concentration to write the words in the book. And it takes, depending on your concentration level, it takes a while because you have to individually spell the word you're trying to. It's like a text message. You have to spell the word you're trying to make. So if you can spell a word fast, then you can write pretty fast. So you open it and you see just like scribbles start forming on the paper.
I'm gonna try and like form it into like a little picture of me.
You form it into a stick figure of a bird head. And it just kind of like dances for a second. It's like a GIF. It just kind of like, it's 2 frames that just kind of go back and forth.
I'm just gonna like smile at it for a moment, and then I'm gonna write down, "I just died and then came back."
So it takes you about a minute or so to kind of form that into words on the paper. You kind of flip the book around, and the old man is now standing next to the woman, and they're both looking at it, and they both look startled for a second, and they're like, "Oh, so you're one of them, huh?"
And then, okay, write down one of what?
And they look at you and they say, "One of the heroes sent by the gods to fight the Demon King."
Demon King?
So they both look at you again and they say, "Yes, the Demon King, the Dark Lord who rules over the lands."
Demon King.
And they say, "Yes." And they're like, and they just kind of like, they skip over that part and they're like, "All right, let's get you to the guild hall." So they take you, they start walking out of the library and they kind of motion for you to come with them.
I'll just like take the journal with and follow them.
You just kind of close it, put it in your pouch, and you
Yeah.
walk out the door. They go back over the bridge and closer to the center of town. And literally, like 20 feet from where you spawned in is the door to the guild hall. Like from where you were standing when you started, a little to your right was the guild hall.
I just like completely walked off.
And they open these big, massive, thick wooden doors. They kind of just like push them open together. And they walk in. And they just like all these, it's almost like a tavern in there. Like there is a tavern that works out of the Adventurers Guild Hall. So there are big, muscly barbarian orcs, and there's small dragonborns for some reason. There's an orc that's bigger than a dragonborn, and they're both drinking together. They're having a good time. They seem drunk. Then there's a table full of elf mages who are just sitting off at the table by themselves. They're all like reading out of this massive tome. And then you see off in another corner, you see two massive dwarves, like almost the size of like a human being, like almost the height of a normal human. They're massive, like they're thicker than a dragonborn and a orc combined, and they're just arm wrestling. They're basically giants at this point. And you hear a as one of them just smashes the other into the other's arm into the table and breaks it in half. It's just bustling and rustling and just a whole bunch of adventurers just having a good time. And then you, as you're looking back and forth and walking toward them, you stop and you bump into the old man because he stopped at the end of the hall. You see kind of almost like a trading counter. And it has a weird crystal ball with like a needle sticking out of the bottom of it. And it's sitting in kind of a weird thing. You know how in chemistry you have the little vials that sit in the little rest?
Yeah.
It's almost like that, but the vial's sitting upside down. So that's what a visual would look like.
So like wobble up to that and just like stare at it for a moment and then just like point at it and look back just like, are you seeing this?
You just like okay. You just point out and say, "What the fuck?" That's a phrase that you know.
Well,
one of the only phrases you know is, "What the fuck?"
I'm not allowed to curse.
What?
Like in my house, I'm not allowed to curse.
Oh, okay.
Just like the hell.
Yeah. Okay, that works. Just
What is this?
You just what? So, and the old man he motions you up to go to the counter, and there's a human woman, young, sitting at the counter, or she's standing at the counter, and she looks at you and she says, "So, are you a new adventurer?"
I'm gonna shake my head.
Okay. Would you like to register?
Register.
She says, all right, that'll be 10 gold.
I'm just gonna like look at my gold pouch filled with little 5 gold pieces.
You'll get 5 gold pieces.
I'm just gonna like stare at it for a moment, then look back at the old man and be like,
And then the old man kind of looks off at the elven girl, and she just kind of shrugs his shoulders. And then he's like, "Oh, all right." And he reaches into his pouch and pulls out 5 gold. And
I'm gonna put my 5 gold up and be like, sorry. Just like shrug, be like, sorry.
Oh, so are you gonna give him the gold?
Yeah.
So you give the lady the gold, and she takes it and kind of puts it under the counter, and she grabs a little tiny white slip of paper, like almost like a note card, and she puts it under the orb, and she says, "Now just place your hand on the orb, and we'll begin."
I'm gonna like look very hesitant for a moment and then just like slap it.
So she says, "No, don't slap it. Just put your hand on it."
Just slap my hand against it and just hold it there for a moment and be like, fight me.
And she's like, "Okay." And then it starts to glow, and the little needle starts to like spin.
I'm just gonna
spin, but like twirl, like it's rotating around the ball, and it's like, have you ever seen those pendulums?
Yes.
Where it kind of spins in a circle. It kind of does that for a second, and then it like stops and points straight down. Then it points a little bit to the left of the card, and a kind of wide beam kind of shoots at the card, and it's blue, and it just kind of like starts sliding across the paper. And as it does that, it's printing off your stats on your character sheet.
The hell? I know this phrase now. I can use it.
Oh my god. This needs to stop. Already
did you see the picture I sent you?
No, I didn't. I'm scared to now.
Do it. Do it and realize what's happened.
I'm actually really scared to look at this picture now. I don't know. I'll look at it in a second. I'm altering some stuff.
Okay.
Oh no.
Did you see what I did?
No, I just altered some stuff. Eyes golden, height 4'11", pale black brown, age 17, perfect. So it prints off like your character sheet. So you got this tiny little slip of paper which names off. Could you send me a picture of your like actual stat page?
Yeah. I copied it down to an actual slip of paper.
Jesus.
Like onto a character sheet paper.
Okay, all right. Did you send me a picture of the stat page?
Yes.
He kind of looks at you and he says, the lady takes the card and she looks at it, kind of examines it. It's like, wow, your charisma is very high.
I'm just gonna like blink at her and say, charisma.
Yes.
And then we'll point at my flute.
And she kind of reads the part about the not being able to speak. She's like, oh, you can't speak. And then she reads like your health and armor. She's like, oh, pretty weak, not gonna lie. She and she hands you your little card and she's like, all right, There you go. Now what? Now just go ahead and go to the card and select the career you'd like to choose. And as you look at the card, you see like underneath, so it's kind of like a slip of paper. And it has your name, your eye color, your height, and your age at the very top. And then just below your name, it says career. Now, when you actually touch the card, it's almost like a digital menu that pops up. And it's like an overlay of just like a list of like 10 careers. One of them spots your eye. Entertainer.
Boop.
Boop. Your charisma, because your charisma was high enough, you're able to choose that. Some of the others were crossed out, like were black, so you couldn't choose them. One of them was adventurer, entertainer, shopkeeper, tavern owner, and like traveling merchant. And the one you chose was entertainer, unless you'd like to change.
No, I'm good with entertainer.
All right, entertainer. So you choose the entertainer, and it allows you to, because you choose this profession, it allows you to get extra performance and stuff. So basically, it actually gives you an excuse to sit down and start dancing in front of people for fucking money. So like this is like an adventure standpoint. So like if you were dropped in real life and this kind of like menu pops up, this gives you yes. Jesus, that was loud. I did not play that too many times. Copyright. So it it kind of represents you as a character. So it represents your bard characteristics. So
plus 90 on persuasion.
Jesus. No. No, I don't like that. No,
DC 100 gets a natural 20 plus 90.
Stop. I don't like it. I don't like it.
Fight me.
No.
All right, anyways.
So as you...
Where's my bard off?
So as you select the entertainer, the lady kind of looks at you and she says, "Oh, well, even though you chose entertainer, you're still registered under the guild, so you can still choose quests from the bounty board."
Bounty board?
And she points off to the wall, and you look off and you see this kind of big standing billboard, and it only has like 3 slips of paper on it.
I'm just gonna like smile at her, take my card, and be like, "Bounty board," and run.
So you run over to the bounty board, and you see the first quest you see is a claim for help. It's kind of a description, and it describes what you will be doing in the quest. So he said the description of the quest is, "I'm a mad scientist and I need a test subject. Please apply if you have very high HP or are very confident in your magic resistance."
No.
No. The next one is slay the Tarrasque that has been terrorizing the nation.
No.
And it's got in like blood and like written in blood. And it's got like a crudely drawn face of a Tarrasque also written in blood on this piece of paper.
Nope.
Because no one wanted those quests. And the last quest is in this nicely neat written paper, probably made by the guild itself, because custom quests can be put up there by normal people. And it's like almost printed. So it says, slay 10 slimes, reward 10 gold.
I'm gonna grab it. It's mine now.
It's mine. Mine. So as you begin to turn around, you hear a voice in your head and it says, "So, this is what you've chosen to do."
Yes, and the point of you intruding on watching me constantly, even when I'm going to sleep, is what?
And he kind of says, "What? No, turn around." And he's like literally like 2 feet beside you, and he's like, "Hi."
It's just gonna be like staring at him for a moment, just like narrow my eyes slowly and do like the I see you, I'm watching you thing.
I'm watching you.
Just like slowly taking steps backwards.
So he says, in his head, he kind of relays this to you. He says, "I've come to help you. I'm getting bored."
Okay.
And he also he looks at the card in your hand. He's like, "What's that?"
Go get one.
He just kind of like looks confused, and he walks over to the counter, and he kind of communicates telepathically with the clerk, and she's like, "Oh."
Just
She's like really confused. She looks around really confused, she's like, "Huh? What the hell?" And then she looks back at him, and he's just like waves. She doesn't even talk throughout the whole deal. She just kind of like does the same introduction, but with just like no lips moving. And he puts his hand on the orb, and it glows a little brighter than it did for you. And she takes the card and she looks at it, and she visibly lets out a gasp. She's like, "Huh!"
just 9 Kenkus just
Stop! Ah! So she like visibly yells out, "How is your charisma this high?"
I'm gonna like walk over and just like take the card from her and hand it to him.
You just yank the card out of her hand. Are you gonna look at it first?
Yeah.
So you look and you see his charisma is 30. Just
No, I'm gonna make like the gurgling noise that I heard when my friends were done.
It's fake, guys. Everyone starts clapping and you get up and just bow. Like a performance. He just like is super confused. He's communicating with all of you at once. He's just like, "What?"
I'm gonna like pull out my card and show him my charisma and be like,
And he's like, "Ah, cool."
looking, you had go perform.
He's just,
I have a flute here.
I have a flute. I have a flute here. Become me. Just take my hand. Make me better at everything. Teach me.
I just saw like Palm crouched down, like hugging his leg, just like teach me.
Just the Doctor Strange, just teach me. He does like a performance and it like puts you in a trance. Just teach me.
Teach me. Alright, anyways.
Oh my god.
We're terrible at D&D.
Yeah, it's great. I love it.
Oh, okay. Back to D&D.
Yeah. So he kind of like grabs his card and he like just puts it in his pocket. And then he kind of relays to you and he says, "So, what now?"
I will show him the slip of paper.
He says, "Well, all right. I guess we're going to kill slimes. Why aren't we killing the Demon King?"
I'm just gonna like slowly turn back and just like blink at him. Do you know how strong I am?
And he says, I mean, those numbers were pretty high. And roll a knowledge history real quick. See if you can remember something very crucial when you were looking at his card.
An intelligence, or wait, what was the check?
History, intelligence history. See if you remember what you saw on his card.
That's another 18. I'm flipping awesome tonight. Lupin just
inspire. So you remember, it's like almost a flash in your memory, and you just realize he had an intelligence of 6.
What was his strength?
18.
Okay, in dexterity.
18.
In constitution.
18 as well.
And wisdom.
I think that was like a 16. Nope.
It's just like it's stupid.
15.
He's like so powerful and strong, but he doesn't know what to do because he's so stupid.
He's stupidly like charismatic.
It's just like I'm just like gonna stare at him, just like
he just has like a charismatic aura about him. Like people just kind of like look at him and they give him this look like I'm gonna be him. He almost has like a holy aura around him. Like when people talk to him, they just feel like relaxed. It's almost like a hypnotic trance.
That's like a thing in Sims, by the way. There's like an actual thing you get lifetime reward. Anyways.
Oh my god. All right.
I'm talking about Sims because I've played that. And that's the only thing I've played for the past week. So
what?
I'm just gonna like blink at him, just be like slowly shake my head and turn around and start walking out the door.
He just like kind of looks at you. He's like, wait for me, please.
I'm just gonna keep walking.
He just kind of runs and almost stumbles. He keeps following you, and he's like, so, where are we going?
I'm gonna stop and look at the paper and then look at him and be like, I don't know.
So, are you going to read the paper?
Yeah, I'm going to read the paper.
So, the paper says, slay 10 slimes. And it says the location for the mission is the fields outside the city gates. So...
Where the hell is that?
Where's the city gate?
It's kind of like tap on a random person's shoulder.
So you tap on a random person's shoulder, and they kind of like are confused.
I'm gonna point to the word "city gates" on the paper.
And the man you tapped on, he just kind of like still looks confused. And he looks at the word city gate. He's like, yeah, it's a quest.
No, I'm gonna like keep pointing at the word city gates. Where are the city gates?
He just like, he kind of looks at you and he's like, look, I don't want any part of whatever you're trying to do.
I'm just gonna like face palm and be like, ah.
And he's like, all right, you need to back up right now.
I'm just gonna like look at the ground and like slowly walk away and wander in a random direction to try and find the city gates.
So the other Kenku that's been following you around, the one you saw at the beginning, he walks up and he grabs him by the shoulder and he stares him in the eye. And you see him cast a spell. He casts the friends spell. Isn't it a
Wait. I could cast prestidigitation while he's doing that and make the dude's feet like only his socks wet.
Wonderful. So does friends like, do they have to make a saving throw, or is it just I get advantage on charisma checks?
I'm pretty sure that it has to make a saving throw, like a wisdom saving throw or something. Let me check.
I have no clue. I might have to check that spell. God, I've never used Friends before.
Yeah, one sec. I'm just about
I've
there.
never even seen the spell used. Like, no one takes the spell. It pisses me off.
For the duration, you have advantage on all charisma checks directly on one creature that isn't hostile towards you. When the spell ends, a creature realizes you are using magic to influence a moon and becomes hostile towards you. A creature.
Oh, so as long as it's not hostile toward me.
Yeah, so would he be considered hostile because he was about ready to slap me?
Well, he wasn't hostile toward me.
That's a good point.
Good point. Haha. Tricked you. So, he cast the friend spell.
He doesn't have to make a saving throw.
Rolls intimidation. Gets a 5.
He's stupid, okay?
Gets plus 12, though. Gets a plus 12 because he's a proficient in intimidation. So that's 17.
I was going to say, if he has a 30, like, plus, like, 10 or something.
Yeah, it's plus 12 because he's proficient in intimidation as well. So 17. The guy's immediately frightened.
He's kind of, like, staring at him, just like, what is happening? And
then
more wet.
The guy immediately starts pointing off in a direction. And then the spell wears off and the guy immediately starts getting pissed. He's like, "What the?" He's like, "Ah!" And he like goes to punch.
Wait, Bryson. I'm gonna cast Prestidigitation and dry his socks and then light his socks on fire.
Oh God.
Just like walk away.
So as you do that, the Kenku dodges the punch and immediately elbows the guy in the neck and knocks him out. And you set his socks on fire.
I'm just gonna like stare at what just happened and be like, grab the Kenku's hand and run.
The guy immediately just goes up in flames.
Run! We set a guy on fire.
All you hear is just
Wilhelm scream in the background.
All you hear is just like a as he splashes in the stream that was close by.
Just imagine just like a kid see him floating by face down.
There's a body in here. Just a little kid comes by. There's a body. I'm sleeping, son. Oh my God, that's great. So you just start running in the direction he pointed, right?
Yep.
So, as sorry, my mouth is dry. I really need some water. So as you run in that direction, you just kind of come along a path that goes straight toward the gate, and you see it. It's a big, massive gate, like at least 20 to 30 feet high.
All right, let's stop running so we don't look suspicious.
Okay, so you just kind of walk. And he kind of looks at you, he's like, "Well, we found the gate.
And we set a dude on fire."
And you see it's kind of like slightly opened, and it has like barriers on the outside.
We set a dude on fire.
It's like, I'm going to say like...
We set a man on fire.
Yeah. So I'm going to say it's about 3/4 of the way open, with just kind of like, almost like sandbags, like stacked around the side of it in like a cone. And then it's got like a slight opening at the front, so you can kind of walk out of it.
All right, can we pause before we continue? Because I gotta use the restroom.
All right, go ahead.
I'll be back in like 2 minutes.
Run!
It's literally 5 feet away.
All right. So, what's happening now is we've come to the gate, and it's about dusk. Like the sun is getting ready to set. Like it's a yellow haze in the distance, slowly turning orange. now that we've reached this place, we're all going to be able to, or not we're all, but
I'm back.
Kat is going to be able to actually test her skills in combat, especially her double casting skill.
Yeah, that's going to be awesome.
So basically, when you get into combat, you cast a spell, and you get to cast another one with no cost. Except, well, actually, yeah, with no cost. As long as it's the same level.
Yeah.
So basically, you choose a level spell.
Wait. So if Lupin had this power and she used her blood magic, she could cast 2 9th level magic missiles.
Yeah, because you just choose another spell at the same level.
And
so
then
if you consume a spell slot, you choose a spell of the spell slot you chose. If you know that spell, you can cast it. So let's say you know Magic Missile and Mage Armor. So if you cast Mage Armor, then you don't need to consume another spell slot, and you don't need to consume another action. You just get to cast Magic Missile.
Okay.
It can be the same spell or a different spell. Right. But you need to consume a spell slot, and you get to choose a spell with that same spell level to cast. Or you can cast a spell of lower level at that level.
Okay. So I'd consume a spell.
You choose a spell slot, and you get to cast 2 spells at that level, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
It makes perfect sense. What do I mean? Fuck.
Okay, but I have one more real quick question before we actually continue. Could I cast Vicious Mockery twice?
Yes.
On the same guy?
Yes.
Awesome.
You can also cast it on 2 different people at once.
Yeah, I know, but
I don't know how that would work.
The same slime is going to be
crying.
You just
spell out, fuck you, and just 2 people get insulted. 2 people get offended.
It's just standing in front of
But that's actually
2 baby dragons.
Vicious Mockery twice would be twice the chance to give them disadvantage and twice the damage. So 2d4 and then twice the chance to give them disadvantage on their next attack, which is pretty good.
So basically, advantage on giving them disadvantage?
Basically. What? Wait, what did you say?
Advantage on giving them disadvantage, basically.
Basically. So, if you cast a 5th level spell, then you can still cast a cantrip, but I don't know why you want to do that. Oh, just imagine if you had True Strike.
Dun dun!
Dang. True Strike would have been amazing.
I wanted Vicious Mockery and I wanted Prestidigitation, so I could light people's socks on fire.
Light people's socks. Spit fire, bruv. About to spit some fire. Cast it twice, makes fire, then makes it wet. Makes fire and changes the color.
All right, let's get on.
All right, yeah. So, as you walk to the gates and you exit the gates, it's kind of dusk. I explained this to the viewers, by the way. So it's about dusk. It's from a yellow hue in the sky, slowly going into an orange glow.
We shouldn't hunt during the night.
And he just kind of looks at you and just says, "Why not?" And he kind of pulls out his big giant fucking gun. He pulls out his big ass gun, twirls it a second, starts sprinting. Woo!
I'm just gonna keep walking the slow pace I was and be I'm just gonna let him leave.
He gets 40 or 50 feet away, and then he kind of bends down and grabs his knees. He's huffing. And then he just starts walking back.
I'm just gonna nod slowly, just this is why. Let's take a little rest. I'll take first watch, you take second watch. Neither of us can see in the night because we can't dark vision.
We can't dark vision. And he kind of looks, he also comes back within range and he's yeah, I can't talk to you if I get too far away. But I can solve the light problem. and he points the gun in the air and just fires it, and it's just a big blinding. It's like a beam that just kind of shoots up, like the beams from Ghostbusters.
Yeah.
It's basically that, but white, and it has it's a big white beam that shoots up with two little projectiles kind of spinning around it in a spiral, and it goes up, and then it the beam kind of follows up and then stops, and it just goes boom, and then it just kind of flashes almost like a white sun, and the whole area is lit up, and he immediately doubles over in pain. He's like, ow. He's like, owie.
Okay, we're taking a rest.
He's like, oofer do, that hurt.
Okay, let's not do that again.
That hurts.
Let's not do that again, for one. And for two, I'm going to find a good place for us to camp. You stay here, and if I swear to see another one of those again, or if I hear you scream because there's a wolf pack, it's your fault.
That's amazing.
He's in the fetal position at this point.
He just fires again, just falls over flat, just just face in the dirt. You sure as his face hits the dirt. That'd be funny. Anyway, so there is a slight kind of dirt patch. It extends about 50 to 100 feet in between that range. Outward, the grass slowly comes up within that range. It's just dirt outside the gate, so you can sleep on that dirt.
I'm just gonna make the dirt comfy by making it nice and dry. Make sure it's dry, or else I swear, prestidigitation didn't work if it's not dry.
Wait, what?
I want it to be dry on his spot and then be soft on mine. Soft and warm.
Okay.
And then his is dry and cold.
Dry and cold. Soft and wet.
Prestidigitation, fight me. Soft and cold. Dry and cold. Okay? Now let's call him over and go to bed.
He just says, okay, and just falls face first, just in the dirt, passes out immediately.
Does his beak go into the ground?
No, he's kind of got his forehead resting on the ground with his neck crinked.
That's so uncomfortable.
He's just laying there.
I'm just gonna blink at him and make a little fire.
As you start to make the fire, he kind of rolls over just on his side. He almost starts to curl up into the fetal position.
I'm gonna make sure he does by pushing, go over and push his arms and legs into place.
He starts to cradle his gun.
I'm just gonna memorize this.
Memorize. Analysis. Kowalski analysis. Faggot, sir. I don't know. I feel a disturbance.
You have advantage when copying things.
Oh no. So, you've made survival check for the fire. Oh wait, no, prestidigitation.
Yeah.
So, Bappo,
that's my best spell right now, by the way.
It's your what?
It's my best spell.
Honestly. Well, what first level spells do you have?
Thunderwave, Healing Word, Cure Wounds, and Identify.
Dude, you can cast Cure Wounds twice.
I can also cast Cure Wounds twice and then cast Healing Word, because Healing Word's a bonus action.
Oh shit, yeah.
I'm a healing machine. Fight me.
Huh.
I thought this through.
Well, I don't know if you could double Healing Word.
No, because I wouldn't assume so because it's a bonus action.
Well, I mean, it says when you cast, I basically just said when you cast a spell, you take a spell slot and you get to cast another spell.
Hmm.
4 spells, question mark? But you would consume 2 spell slots, though.
Yeah.
I'm going to say fuck it. Go ahead. If you cast Healing Word as a bonus action, you can cast another spell of the level you cast it at.
And then I still have my action left to dash out of there.
If you like. Plus, you could literally just unload like 3 magic missiles on him if you had it.
No, because magic missile is an action. Wait.
Exactly. Magic missile, then the extra spell, and then Healing Word, and then magic missile. Because if you cast them both I cast those all at first level, then the extra spells will consume the same first level spell slot as the
But
first.
I would no longer have another action. That's my problem.
But everything would be dead.
Point taken.
Point taken. Imagine a fireball just.
It's just like, oh no!
I have a feeling I fucked up. This feature is going to get OP later on.
I know. Like, I'm going to have a wish, and I'm going to be able to cast it twice.
But that's like way later on, though. I mean, yeah. I'm talking like Scorching Ray.
I mean, that's not too far. But I don't think bards
can. But it's OP.
I don't think bards can get Scorching Ray.
I think Hideous Laughter. That's insane. That's
insane. Crown of Madness. That's a good one.
Darkness. Wait, you don't have that.
Crown of Madness would be good. Anyways, back to D&D.
Back to D&D. So.
Fire, and I'm going to sit watch until midnight.
All right. So as you sit watch, you hear. So basically, you passed out at dusk, and it's been 8 hours. So he's still asleep though, and you hear a slapping.
I'm gonna look around very carefully, and
you hear slapping in the darkness.
I'm gonna look forward.
It's a wet, moist slap.
Oh no!
Every seconds, it's a wet, moist slap, and it gets closer and louder.
I'm gonna use prestidigitation on
Hold on. There's food. I hear the word food. I must leave. I will be returned.
Okay.
Did you say food? Pizza Hut? Nice.
I hope he realizes we can still hear him. Anyways, so how have you guys been? Sorry if I'm breathing heavily and you can hear it. But I'm tired. So yeah, if we play more D&D like this with Palm and whoever the hell this guy is, I don't know yet because I didn't ask his name yet. I just realized that. He didn't ask mine either, so it's polite. Hello? He's coming. I can hear the doors. But yeah. Okay, so real quick side note, and I suggest you go watch them, but if you watch the Unexpectables, they have 83 videos of D&D out right now, and it's going great for them. They do it every Wednesday. For them, it's at 7. Personally, for me, it's at 9 o'clock they do it. I was watching the episode that came out yesterday. What I'm planning on, what I'm I was joking about it earlier on Twitter, but their rat, aka Joe Cat, was bitten by a wolf werewolf and was basically turned into a werewolf. It's like, oh no! And this was like a huge thing. It's like, oh no! Hello?
I'm back. I have a piece of pizza.
Well, for one, my eye. I just slapped myself in the eye with a stuffed animal. Be quiet for a couple more minutes because I'm talking to the people who are watching. And I'm saying hi.
I'm gonna go to the bathroom then. You go ahead and explain that then.
Yeah. But so he was bit by a werewolf and turning into a werewolf. And I was thinking about, and so I started drawing Lupin as a werewolf, and it kind of just looks like a cute puppy dog. And I love it. And so I kind of want to draw a rat if he turned into a werewolf and just like add like a little feather behind his ear. Because it's adorable. The picture I drew of Lupin as a werewolf, it basically has like her mouth structure. But like where the little like up joint where a tooth like pushes up the skin sort of thing, you can see, or whatever thing that is that I added that's a little spike. Yeah, that's an actual tooth in her werewolf form. And the two little like scaly bits on her like jaw. Yeah, those are actual tufts of fur. And I'm awesome. I know. Hello?
Alright, I'm back.
Are you listening again?
What's going on?
Okay, good.
What happened?
Nothing. I said nothing. Anyways. Let us continue. I hear the slapping sounds. What the heck is that?
And as you look in the direction of the slapping, it just like gets closer and closer.
Through the darkness. Wait.
And as you look in the direction of the slapping, this small little slime kind of slaps into view. It just.
I'm gonna like start shaking the other Kenku like awake as quickly as possible.
You're just shaking him, and he's just like,
They're here.
They're here. And as this slime stops, you feel it looking at you. It doesn't have eyes, but you still feel it sensing your presence. It just kind of jiggles like jelly.
Can I like use my mimicry and just like make the slapping sound back to it?
So, before you do that, so you make the slapping noise, and then you hear another slap behind you.
Oh.
And then soon enough, you hear them from all around.
Oh.
And the slime that was looking at you, it just kind of like starts. It opens what would be a mouth. It just kind of like shifts to make like a kind of a dent in it. And then it looks like it's dripping slime. And then the slime kind of solidifies into almost icicle-like teeth. And then its whole body kind of hollows out, and it starts to vibrate. And all you hear is a...
Can I grab the Kenku and like hold him and then cast Thunder Wave? Or are we in like initiative fight?
I'm going to say that you get initiative. So yes, you can cast it.
Alright, I'm going to cast Thunder Wave to see if I can protect.
Would you like to cast another spell?
I'm going to cast 2 Thunder Waves as I hold the dude so he doesn't go flying.
Alright, how much damage dice is that? Would you like me to roll it?
I think it's only like 2d8. One sec.
2d8 for the first one?
No, for like both of them.
It might be 3d8.
Let me check.
I can look.
No, I have the spell up right now. A 15-foot cube originating from you must make a Constitution saving throw. On a failed save, a creature takes 2d8 thunder damage and is pushed 10 feet away from you. On a successful save, that creature takes half as much damage and isn't pushed.
Okay.
Unsecure objects. Wait. In addition, unsecure objects that are completely within the area of effect automatically are pushed 10 feet away from the spell's effect. The spell emits a thunderous boom audible to 300 feet away.
Oh my god.
I'm going to die.
Oh, that's fucked. So you grab the Kenku and you immediately just
So they have to make a Constitution saving throw. All of them.
So that's 10. And that's 11. 5 and 5. 10 damage. The first slime that was.
Wait, I rolled damage.
Oh, I rolled. Oh, what did you roll then? Sorry.
You roll Constitution saving throws for all the slimes.
So there's only 2 that are within range. One that lunged at you, the one that grew the teeth, he kind of like suctioned together and just swung at you, almost like a water balloon being thrown.
Okay.
He rolls a 6.
That's a fail.
And the one that was sneaking up on you got an 11.
That's another fail.
Oh, what was the damage, feller?
The damage for those 2 are 5. 5 each.
What?
Get pushed 10 feet away from me.
Did you roll the 4d8? Because you get 2d8 per Thunderwave and you cast it twice.
I thought I only cast Thunderwave like once right now. Until.
Oh, all right. I don't know.
Only until they get closer to me.
All right. So you cast the first Thunderwave and they each take 5?
Yeah.
That's a horrible roll.
I know. It was a 4 and a 1.
Oh my god, that's terrible.
I know.
One of them kind of like sloshes around. The one that runs.
They both also get pushed 10 feet away from me.
Yeah, the one that was mid-air being sloshed around just gets thrown into the darkness. And you hear another one go, and you hear it slap just
It says like
as it rolls across the ground. And then you hear more slapping, just like.
I'm gonna try to keep shaking the guy awake. Wake up, dude. I don't know your name yet, so just wake up.
So as you look down at him, his eyes are wide awake, just staring right at you.
I'm gonna like point to the slimes that I can
And
see.
he telepathically communicates. He says, "I can't hear anything."
I'm gonna check his ears.
His ears are they have blood dripping down them.
Oops.
Oops. Oops. I did an oopsie.
Can I just like there are slimes. I'm sorry, I panicked. There was one trying to kill. It was like
He can still hear you though, because the telepathy.
Yeah, I'm just gonna be like kill.
So he's like, did you say panic? He immediately he's like, did you say panic? Points his gun in the air and fires it. And just a blinding white light shines down.
Can I see the slimes now? How many slimes are there?
There's about 12. They're all just slowly slapping their way towards you.
Can I real quick memorize where they all are and then just wait?
So
I'm just continue.
He looks around. But what?
Can I just and then also continue to make the?
God damn. Your mouth is just still open. You're just looking around at all the slime's positions. Roll I guess, in a wisdom perception.
Oh boy. Has Lupin's rolls returned? See, next time, yeah, they've returned.
What'd you get?
That's a 16.
Total?
Yeah.
Okay. You memorized 10 of them, but the other 2 that you threw, you did not see them.
Oh no.
The light kind of dissipates. And the other Kenku, the fire went out because you thunder waved it.
Oof.
So you're sitting in the dark right now.
Can I, like, desperately precipitation to relight the fire? Be like, oh crap, oh crap, oh crap, oh crap.
Yes. So you prestidigitation, you double it because fuck it. So you double the prestidigitation, and the fire lights back up, and you see one of the slimes right across the fire with its teeth drawn, and it's about to lunge.
Can I, like, kick the fire towards it?
You kick the fire toward it, putting it out again, and all you hear is the screech from the slime.
No, like, kick, like, a branch towards the slime to, like, try and light it on fire.
Oh. So you kick one of the logs, one of, like, the sticks that were burning toward the slime, and it kind of, like, not shuffles, but kind of, like, slaps its way back. It, like, you know that slime you can slap on a wall, and it kind of, like, slowly drips its way down? But
Yeah.
it looks like Venom from Spider-Man.
Yeah.
It kind of does that backwards about, like, a couple inches, and then it gets prepared to lunge again. And you see a white beam fly right past you and strike it. And it literally vaporizes it.
I'm gonna whip around, see who the heck took my kill.
It was the Kenku.
Just mentally be like, what the hell did you... I was holding... What?
And he kind of falls to his knees. And then, what are you gonna do now?
I'm gonna wait until at least Vicious Mockery one of the slimes make a slapping noise towards it and then see what happens.
So you do this Vicious Mockery in random directions, hoping to hit to, like, offend one of them.
Let me see.
So you keep making the slapping noise, hoping it actually does something. You hear one of them, like, kind of squeak. Oh, actually roll the damage real quick. 2d4.
Vicious Mockery doesn't always affect them.
What?
It's a wisdom saving throw.
6. 11.
That's a fail.
So you hear it squeak. Roll damage.
2 damage.
Total?
Yeah. It only does 1d4
You-
damage, but it gives them disadvantage.
Oh, that's pretty cool. So you hear it squeak, and then it stops moving.
Just like it's like crying.
Whee!
I'm gonna like I'm just like gonna grab the Kenku and like throw him like on my side the best I can, just like hold him up. Be like, okay, we're going to stand now.
So he stands up and
Gonna hold him up.
walking with you,
Go.
and he communicates to you and he says, "Oh yeah, I failed to mention this gun. It kind of fatigues the body. It's not very fun to use, but it is at the same time. I like shooting this gun, but it hurts."
I can see that. This is slowly giving me a Lupin voice.
God.
Lupin's creeping in.
You're mentally looping, but
Like, if you notice, it's slowly gotten an accent.
yeah, got the Lupin accent. So
What a real accent.
yeah, great. So he turns around and he sees one of them next to the campfire, and he casts Eldritch Blast on it. That's a hit. So he casts it, and it hits it for, isn't it a D10?
I have no idea. There's
Fuck.
this is the actual voice this
9
character is
damage.
supposed to do. Wait. This is the voice the character is supposed to do, and this is the voice that Lupin does.
Stop.
This character is supposed to sound like it has buck teeth or something like that.
Stop.
Or like the rabbit, the Looney Tunes rabbit dude, whatever his name is, I forgot.
I don't know, but anyway. So he casts Eldritch Blast on it, and it kind of just, like, the blast hits it, and it kind of just splatters it. And it doesn't, the slime doesn't reform, it's just kind of splattered all everywhere.
Thank goodness. I'm going to try and keep in this voice.
And as you see the slime get splattered, you see kind of a glowy, the slimes are green, by the way.
Yeah, I kind of assume that. We're going with Terraria here, kids.
They're slimes. So you see kind of a green crystal kind of form where the slime died.
I'll be sure to pick that up later when there aren't slimes trying to murder us.
Yeah.
Is it my turn?
Yep, go ahead. It's fine. You can go ahead and go.
Okay. How many slimes are about 5 feet away from us?
I'd say one. You can probably hear one off in the distance. You probably hear him close enough.
Okay, I have a question. Can I use prestidigitation? What? Wait. Was there grass around us?
No, it was dirt, remember?
Yeah, I know, but was there like grass around the dirt?
There is grass around the big dirt circle.
Can I light the grass on fire?
Sure.
Can I make a ring of fire?
Down, down, down.
Yes.
So you light the grass on fire, and it starts to burn the field in front of the city.
Can I see the slimes now?
Can you what?
Can I see the slimes now?
Yes, some of them they're backing away from the fire, but yes, you see them.
Oh, they're scared of fire, are they? Are they? All the fire!
Well, I mean, when it's consuming you, yes, it's pretty scary.
I want to like trap one slime in the grass still in a ring of fire and make it go down, down, down to the pit of hell.
So you just like start lighting fires each time it tries to hop in that direction. And then you just light a fire under its ass and just burn the fucker. You hear it screech for like a couple seconds, and then it just kind of melts, and then the crystal kind of glows in the fire.
I don't see why people don't use prestidigitation more often. It's a free spell. It can make fire.
But it's dependent on the DM. So let's say you get a DM who's a warmonger DM, who's a dick and doesn't let you do stuff like this. Prestidigitation would be completely useless.
Prestidigitation, the little like a Tarrasca's like toe.
Yeah, it's a double-edged sword because it's good with some people.
Wait. It's just like a Tarrasque, like it's just like really mad, and just like you look at his toenail, it's like a little rock wedge. You use prestidigitation to clean out the rock.
God damn.
It's just like the
You
Tarrasque.
just like you use friends on the Tarrasque when it's not looking because it's not hostile. Then you roll intimidation against it.
When it doesn't notice you.
Yeah, then you roll intimidation against it.
It runs away.
Yes, that would be a fucking
just,
power of magic.
just like flipping off like the Tarrasque as it runs.
Power of magic.
Alright. Anyways.
So
Fire.
as all the grass is being burnt and you kill one of the slimes, you see like 3 guards up in the tower, like along the top of the wall. They're like screaming and they're running back and forth and they're like trying to figure out what to do.
I'm just like that creepy Lupin really is creepy. The creepy Lupin smile of like, I am murdering.
Great.
Ring of fire.
So burn them for session. The other Kenku is using Eldritch Blast, and he's just kind of picking them off.
From my fire.
And they're dying pretty easily, considering that they're burning and getting blasted at the same time.
Okay, about how many are dead?
Huh?
About how many are dead at this point?
Almost all of them. There's like 2 left.
Alright, I'm gonna put out the fire with like multiple precipitations all over. Put out little circles of fire.
Fire Mage all the way.
I can
Johnny Cash, Ring of Fire all the way.
I just need to bring like a packet of twigs with me constantly.
Some tinder.
Like
A fucking
Attack on Titan, like in the very beginning when it's like showing them as kids, and then like Eren and Mikasa is just like carrying the twigs on their back. That's what I need.
That's like the only part of Attack on Titan I've seen. You're lucky.
Why? You just don't watch past season 1. After that, it kind of sucks.
Yeah, that's how it is with most mainstream anime, though. Like when they try and drag it on.
No, like it's not. It doesn't feel like it's dragged on. Like the story is continuing and everything, but just the anime just kind of sucks.
Oh. Yeah, that's kind of how it is with Bleach. Like after they initially rescue the girl and they get back, it's just literally repeat the same shit over for like 12 different seasons in 2 different movies. Literally. Like this gets more and more powerful, the enemies get more and more powerful. It's dumb. So
D&D. Let's go to D&D.
you just the other Kenku picks off the other 2 little slimes, and you put out the fire, and the guards just run out there, and they're like, it's not even the guards, like adventurers start to run out there to put out the fire, and it's already put out.
I'm just gonna like slowly start picking up the crystals and be like, mine, and this is mine, and this is mine.
And one of the big dwarves, he kind of walks up and he says, "Did you do this?"
I'm just gonna like look at him, blink for a moment, look at the slime crystals in my hand. Do this.
He just kind of laughs and he pats you on the back, and he picks you up and puts you on his shoulder. And he says, "Hey guys, this one put out the fire!" And everyone starts cheering, and they start like heaving you inside as you're holding all these crystals in your arms, trying not to drop them.
I'm gonna like shove them in my pouch and be like, okay, this is proof of murder.
So you just put them all in your pouch, and they all start carrying you back to the guild hall.
Are they carrying the other Kenku as well?
No.
I'm just gonna like look at him and be like, sorry, and just like wait for him to come along as well.
So he just kind of looks confused for a second. Then he starts cheering too. And he just kind of follows behind, cheering as well.
He still can't hear, so he has no idea what's happening.
They reach the guild hall, and the big dwarf buys a whole keg and just like slaps it in front of you.
I would just like look at it and look at him and look at it. What's the drinking age?
There isn't really one.
I'm just gonna like blink for a moment.
I would say like 16. Like someone can drink and they won't really stop you. It's mostly just like common decency. Like if you see a toddler going for a bottle of wine, you're not gonna let him drink it. But if you see like a 14, 15-year-old boy who's like hanging out with his dad and they're both drinking a pint, then it's not really. It's kind of like common decency law.
Okay.
If you get what I mean.
I have a question.
So you're 17. You look older. Huh?
Is it like one of the kegs where it's like you press down a little thing on the top and then it flows out the bottom?
No, it's just a barrel of beer. And he just kind of like, he grabs like a knife, he just stabs the side of it. He says, "Get ready."
I'm just gonna be like really concerned looking as I look at the hole.
And he tips it on its side and he pulls the knife out. And then he starts rolling it to the side, so it starts dripping down the side. And then he tilts it to the point where it's just like shooting out in a tiny little geyser out the side.
All right.
What does that mean?
I'm just sort of just like sitting there, just like, huh.
You're just watching it. And then the dwarf kind of looks at you confused.
I'm really
like,
confused. Just
like, screw it. And he just like sticks his mouth directly on the hole and just picks up the whole barrel and just starts drinking from it.
I'm gonna look at him for a moment and be like, what was I supposed to do?
He just you're just like sitting in the chair with your hands on your knees, just like doll face. You're just like, okay.
Just
the other Kenku's just across the room, just kind of like watching this whole ordeal with like the blankest look, like visible confusion.
I just imagine everyone's just like staring at me and then at the dwarf, just like, the hell is happening?
So he just sits drinking. He just kind of stands there in silence, chugging the whole thing. And then he finishes. And he just like hugs the barrel and crushes it. And he just lets out a battle cry and just, "Let's party!"
Can I like...
And everyone just starts cheering and dancing and fucking standing on tables.
Can I just like push his ankle and push him off?
What do you mean, push him off?
Like, can I like with like two fingers like push on like the front of his ankle to push him off? Like to unbalance him and then make him fall over?
Push him? Oh, the guy on the table?
Yeah.
So some random like halfling adventurer who's dressed obviously in rogue gear, which is funny how fucking ironic it is. And you immediately just kind of like push on his ankle a little bit, and he kind of loses his balance and smashes into the table, and a whole bunch of people start laughing at him.
I'm just like pretend I didn't do it and just like pat him on the back, like, it's okay. It's okay.
He starts crying.
It's okay. It's okay. It's okay.
So, what are you gonna do now?
I'm gonna go up. I'm gonna go to the bartender, if there is one.
It's the lady that registered you.
Okay, I'm gonna slap down the piece of paper that was the quest, and then slap down all the crystals and just like look at her, just like, please help me.
So she kind of takes the paper and takes the crystals, and she kind of ducks down behind the counter, and then you hear stacking of coins, and then she brings up like a big saucer, like a big like wide metal plate, and it has like a little tiny receipt in the middle of it, and it has like four stacks of 5 gold pieces, or 4 stacks of 5 gold pieces on it, and it says, and she says, you get here's a bonus, here's an extra bonus 10 gold pieces for stopping a potential disaster by stopping that fire.
I'm just gonna like shifty eyes, and just be like, take the money and the receipt and shove it in my pocket.
She sets the saucer on the counter, and you just kind of like swipe your gold in the receipt, and you just kind of walk off.
We're ready.
That's great.
Okay.
The other Kenku just kind of watches you. What are you doing now?
I'm gonna go over to him and hand him 5 gold pieces. I'm gonna hand him 5 gold pieces. Be like, it's okay.
So you hand him 5 gold pieces. He looks at it like wide-eyed.
I'm gonna pat him on the head like he's a child.
Basically. And then he just kind of like puts it in his pocket like a little kid would, like anxiously. And then he looks at you and he says, well, what are we doing now?
Bed.
He just says, agreed.
Can I just like fall over onto the ground right there and just go sleep?
There's round tables with chairs, and there's benches. Like there's almost
Can
like
I just fall onto a bench and just go to bed?
Yep.
Bedtime. What?
The other Kenku falls on the bench beside you, and he just passes out too, with his gun in his holster.
Nap time.
Nap time. And as you pass out and you slowly hear the noise of the partying fade away, you open your eyes and you sit up and you just see tons of passed out drunk men sitting like all over the floors, scattered.
Look at them and then wake up the Kenku and go to the billboard.
So you wake up the Kenku, and you kind of look off to your side, and you see the waitress lady. She's just like walking around. Her hair is a mess. She's like looks tired. She's just walking around cleaning up.
I'm gonna give her a real quick gold piece because I feel bad that she has to clean up.
You just kind of set a gold piece on the table in front of her, and she smiles at you, and then she goes back to scrubbing the table.
I'm gonna just like nod, just like that's for you, and I'm gonna go up to the billboard. And I think
that halfling that fell over last night, he like starts standing up, holding his gut. And then he throws up on the floor, and she's just like, "Oh, come on!"
I'm gonna like be like.
She starts like waving to him, like, "Get out of here!"
I'm just gonna like slowly shake my head and just. Is anyone awake?
Nope.
All right, there's no use performing.
Nobody else other than the halfling that just threw up.
All right. Then I think it'd be a good place to end of me walking over to the billboard again.
Like, end the session?
Yeah, end the session sort of thing. Because I have a good title as well.
That was pretty good.
Yeah, that was a good first session.
That was pretty good. I enjoyed that very much. So
the
sessions were fun.
That's probably going to be an easy place for Bird to jump in. She was one of the drunk men.
Makes sense. But solo sessions are fun if you have a lenient DM and a even slightly committed player. Plus, adding like a character for me to play as, not even for me to play as, just to like kind of interject into the story a little bit.
Yeah,
progress the plot forward. Makes it a lot easier. It's pretty
Do you
fun.
want? Do you want to know what I'm going to name this episode?
Yes, I would love to know.
I'm going to name it "Problems with Fire Kenkus."
Troubles in Paradise.
That's even better. Yep, we're going with that. Troubles in Paradise.
That's a common phrase, though. I can't believe you didn't think of that.
I know I'm dumb though.
No, just absent-minded.
Troubles and Fire Kenkus. Troubles and Fire Kenkus.
No.
No.
Make a fire pun.
We gotta make a fire pun. What's a good fire pun? We don't have a chat to.
Something in wicker.
Kenkus?
No, you got to make a pun with it. Yeah, something in wicker, like something with the word wicker or like flicker or something like that.
Mickey and Mickey.
I don't know.
Mickey
By
Mouse.
the way, people, if anybody watched this video, they're gonna like look back and they'll be like yelling the title of the video and they'll be like, "Come up with a name on it. I'm fucking bored," or they just left already.
Yeah, and there's very few people who actually watched the very end after we finished D&D.
Yeah, I know.
Anyone's still watching? Sorry, we're stupid sometimes.
Probably cut the stream, but anyway.
No, because I
you can keep the stream up if you want. Just something with like a wicker pun. That'd be funny as hell.
Burning the candle.
No. Oh. Burning passion and slaps in the dark.
Burning slaps.
No. You gotta be like, burning curiosity. And
burning liquids.
Burning liquid. What the hell kind of titles you coming up with?
A weird one to get.
Trouble in Paradise. Just go with put prologue. Trouble in Paradise.
Prologue. Burning liquids. Okay.
Oh my god. Whatever.
But slimes are made of liquids.
But they didn't burn.
They did though.
It didn't.
Wait, when they like actually melted, did they put out the fire under them?
I'm gonna say yeah. That's kind of funny.
It is. Alright. Burning liquids. That's what I'm going with. Because I like it.
I wonder what Bird will make for her character.
Yeah, but seriously, this is slowly turning to Lupin. I think it's a problem of me constantly staring at a picture of Lupin smiling at me. Lupin needs help.
Draw a picture of Palm.
I will. I need to make it like a digital picture for her so I can set it as a profile picture.
Yeah, do that.
Yeah, I'll do that by next session, probably, maybe. I don't know when this will be done. Anyways, all right, bye-bye, everybody. I'm in the street.
Wait, we can play tomorrow.
I won't have the picture done by tomorrow, but...
You don't have to have...
No, wait.
You don't have to have the pictures done to play.
Bryson, I'm going to my grandma's for the weekend as well, so I can't play.
Ah, damn. That sucks. Well, I mean, it's good for your grandma, but...
Yeah, we're going to have Easter, and there's going to be like 7 dogs.
Oh, no.
Because we got my cousin's 3 dogs, and then we got my dog, and then we got my grandma's dog. And I don't know if my other aunt has gotten a dog.
Oh, my God.
So at the least, we're having 6 dogs.
Chill the hell out with the dog.
No, we love puppies. Anyways, I'm going to end the broadcast here.
All right.